We're back and discussing countercultural parenting. Today we're going to be talking about identity. We live in a culture that wants to tell you your children choose everything about their identity. They choose their gender, they on a spectrum, they have limitless amounts of choices. They could choose anything about themselves and you just have to follow their steps and let them choose. This is completely false. Children need parents to speak identity into their lives. Even aside from the issue of gender, it's so important that we're speaking into our children who they are. And the power of life and death is in our tongue, and we need to be using our words to be speaking to our kids about who they are. So first, with the issue of gender, we should be affirming the gender that they were born as. And sometimes they might struggle with that. They might want to be somebody that they're not. And sometimes it's because something's happened to them or they've gone through something or someone's lied to them. And it's worth having those conversations and investigating why they're feeling that way. But regardless of how they feel, you still speak the truth about who they are. It's also important to be tying positive traits about them into their identity. Sometimes our culture can separate certain traits with one identity or the other that don't need to be separated. Right? It's okay to say you're such a caring gentleman. Like caring can go as a male trait because women like it when men care for them. Like it's a good quality to have, and there's no need for it to be associated as being just for girls. Or being a strong girl. There's nothing wrong with being strong and having that just be a male characteristic. So just think of who your kids are and don't worry about if that trait perfectly fits in the stereotypical male or female categories. Just speak that identity in a positive way, connected with the child as they are. Another way that we can speak identity into our kids' lives is actually when we discipline them, when we correct them for the things that we're doing wrong. I try very, very hard whenever I am disciplining my children to speak into them that it's because of the good future that I see for them. It's because of the hope that I have for them, that I won't let them just make poor choices. I speak that identity into them of good things into their life, of good things I see that they can do. And that's why we're disciplining them, is because we care about them and we know what they're capable of. And just to show an example of how this has played out in our house, I have this apology letter from my son. It says, "Dear Mom, I am sorry for not listening. Can you forgive me? I want to tell you that I confess my sin. I love that you punish me. You want me to learn." And when I read this, I was just so struck that he said, "I love that you punish me," because I'm sure not a lot of kids want to say that to their parents. But I loved it because it showed me that he gets it and he understands that when I'm disciplining him, it's because I do love him. It's because I value him and because I see so much potential for him and I value the person that he is. And I just wanted to share also another maybe simpler way that you can speak identity into your kids' lives is just to share a simple sentence, just, "I love that you are blank," and just put something in that you love about your child. Now, for me personally, a lot of times I get these thoughts at night when the kids are in bed and it's quiet and I kind of have time to actually think. So for me personally, I often do this with writing, because while the kids are sleeping, I can get out paper and write a note. I'll tape it up on their door and they can see it in the morning. So once in a while, they'll just wake up and see a little note for them. So I just have a little example here. And I just put, "I love that you are cheerful." And I just added a little explanation. "You make me smile and laugh every day. This helps you to spread joy." So they're just little words that just help to speak into your kids who they are. And it's not to just make up and say anything random and nice. It's to really invest time and think about what your kids are demonstrating, what they do when they interact with others, what they're doing around the house, how they play. And just think about, what are you seeing that are good traits that you want them to nurture and grow, and that really just exemplify the person that they are, and speak that into the lives of your kids. So just remember again, the power that your words have, the power of life and death is in the tongue, and use the power that you have to speak identity into the lives of your kids.